What is a PIP? PIPs are what we're in this for. We trade to accumulate the PIPs. Simply put, PIP or PIP is an acronym that stands for percentage in point. It means that a PIP is the percentage of a cent, basically. But let's really get into this. You're going to understand what a PIP is like no other trader. First, we're going to look at the standard price quote. An example of a price for the euro US dollar is 1.34567. This means that 1 euro will buy 1.34567 United States dollars. One of the base currency is going to equal or be the same as 1.34567 of the quote currency, the US dollars. Because price movements in the Forex world are so small, we have to break it down further than just the dollars and cents. When we look at a currency quote or the price, what we see are dollars, cents, percentage of a cent, which is what the actual PIP is, and then lately we're looking at 0.1%. In the price, 1.34567, remember that 1 euro is buying 1.34567 United States dollars. The 1 is the dollar. The 34 is the cents. The 56 is the percentage of a cent. And the 7 is 0.1%. Now below is a direct breakdown of the price. We can see the 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 1 is the dollar. The 23 is 23 cents. The 45 is 45% of 1 cent. So we're almost looking at half a cent. And then the 6 is 1/10 of 1%. So this breakdown is quite a bit. I mean, we're breaking this down into 1/1000th of a cent. A currency quote used to be only 4 places after the decimal. For example, 1.2345. It used to be just 4 decimal places. Now, in order to be competitive, brokers started offering a 5th decimal place, and this is known as a fractional PIP. The term PIP came about when there were only 4 decimal places in a price quote. So the actual single PIP is the 4th decimal place. In the price quote of 1.34567 that has 5 places after the decimal, the number 6 is the actual PIP because it's the 4th place after the decimal. So in 1.34567, the 6 is the PIP, the 7 is 1/10 of a PIP. In the original 4 decimal price, 1.2345, if price were to move up by 1 PIP, the price would become 1.2346. The 5, being the PIP, will move up 1 PIP to 6. Now, if the price were to move down by 10 pips, it would go from 1.2345 to 1.2335. So we're going down by 10 pips. So with a 5th decimal place, I'm going to take a look at 1.23456. There's 5 places after the decimal. If the price were to move up by 100 pips, now this would be a whole cent. What we're looking at is 1.24456. The 6, again, is the fraction of a pip, so it doesn't even count when it is involved in whole pip movements. So if we move up 100 pips, it goes from 1.23456 to 1.24456. This becomes easier as you get used to it. Now, every currency except for the Japanese yen has a dollar and then a cents to it. Now, the dollar can be broken down into cents. This does not apply to the yen, however. The Japanese yen is the smallest version of itself as it can get. Every other currency has a dollar or something like it, and then a breakdown, generally by 100. Now we've got $1, you can make 100 cents. The Japanese yen is the smallest denomination that this currency comes in. There is nothing smaller, no cent version to the Japanese yen. So with this being the case, you will find that in all the yen crosses, any pair that contains the Japanese yen, there will be 2 fewer decimal places. The current price quote for the US dollar Japanese yen is 98.28. This means that one United States dollar, being the base currency, can buy 98.28 Japanese yen. Now, since there's nothing smaller than the yen itself, the numbers you see after the decimal place become the percentage of the yen. Remember, when you have 4 decimal places, you have the cents and then the percentage of a cent. The yen itself, the whole yen, is kind of like a cent. So what we've got are the decimal places becoming the percentage of that cent. So we have 2 fewer decimal places because we don't have the quote-unquote dollar cent inserted. In the price, 98.28, 98 is the yen, and the 28 is the percentage of a yen. Now we will bring this quote up to date by adding the fractional PIP as a third decimal place. And again, the example would be 98.284. So the 4 becomes 1/10 of a percent. So again, in the price, 98.284, the 98 is the yen, the 28 is the percentage of a yen, and the 4 is the 10th of a percent. Now, if in the quote 98.284 moves up 1 pip, it will be 98.294. If it moves down by 10 pips, or in the quote we've got here is 82.754, if this moves down 10 pips, we have 82.654. Now, a pip is called a percentage in point and not a percentage in cent because not every currency has what's called cents. The US, the Canadian, the Australian, the New Zealand dollar, they all have cents, but there are British pounds, Swiss francs, Japanese yens, Eurozone euros, which do not have quote-unquote cents. Now, this is more just for interest's sake than anything else. Doesn't affect the whole PIP process, but here are the other currencies' versions of a cent. Now, the dollar, of course, has the cent. The euro, its smaller unit is called the euro cent. The pound's smaller unit is the pence. The franc's smaller unit is the rappen. And the yen, it has no smaller unit. The yen is the smallest it can be broken down. So many have the cent, but then there are others that do not have the cent, the pence, the rappen, the euro cent, which is why it's a percentage in point and not a percentage in cents. I hope that makes sense. Thanks for watching.